Hi guys, welcome to another video, and today we'll be talking about becoming a better player on Roblox. If you've just been wondering how you can possibly become a better player or something, then I think this video might be for you, but probably not. But anyways, let's get into the video. So a game I do recommend is called Juke's Towers of Hell, and it's just got loads of hobbies and stuff, and it's got its own features, and you'll become a way better player from this. So we'll go straight into the first one. This tower introduces you to the mechanics of the game, like its own client objects, its own features of hobbies. You could pretty much just skip this by jumping on top of this, but I would recommend taking this because it shows you how the X pusher works and stuff, and it shows you all the client objects. It shows you the buttons. You have to press them. You have to press them, and they'll activate. So you press all the buttons, and then you go up this little mini tower. All the towers are different, so might make a video on all of them, but I don't know. But yeah, this tower, this game's quite self-explanatory, but those bricks with that texture and the sword coming out of them, they damage you. They don't instantly kill you. They only damage you. I don't think any towers in this game actually instantly kill you. I just don't think that exists. But yeah, you don't have to try to avoid them. You can jump on them. You'll take a bit of damage from them, so you probably not want to do that. There are also secret ways in this tower, invisible bricks. Yeah, and these platforms, if you get caught right there, then you'll go flinging to the side of the tower. And that's probably the opposite of what you want, so yeah. And then the tower's quite self-explanatory from here. Pretty much introduced all of the mechanics that you really need to know if you want to conquer this game or something like that. Also, I think there's a secret way here, but we're just going to take this. And then you get to here. It doesn't matter what color these bricks are, but they still damage you. Nothing, at least in the first ring, there's no other kill brick that does more damage than the other. That's way further into the game, so yeah, we're just not going to talk about that right now. Right here, if you go onto here, it will bounce you up. Yeah, it's quite self-explanatory, really. Right here, you can clearly see the secret way up here, but just take this way anyway, because you'll know how to do a tightrope in here. So to run across the tightrope, if you're very new, you don't know how to, you might think you cross over like this. You're just gonna fall over, or fall off if you do that. And you kind of just randomly guessing. But the proper way to do it is to zoom in and get your mouse onto the tightrope. You can't let it get off. You have to make it on, and then you'll stay on the tightrope. It's quite self-explanatory. Yeah, there's just random signs around the tower too. Also, there's this outside section. It's not, you don't have to worry about it at all. all the towers are gonna have an outside section that's gonna be way harder than this. And if you fall on one, don't let that discourage you. If you fall on an outside on like the last floor or something, it's not the end of the world. Also on most other balloons you can actually jump off, but I don't think you can on this one. Also there's like a mechanic where it makes it darker. Don't worry about that. It's pretty much used in the spatial system, which you're not gonna get into like a little while. And that like transparent part is just the like moving part waiting for you. Don't go on it, you go through it and you just wait for the moving part. Yeah, also this is a zip line, so you can just like do that. It's quite self-explanatory. Also there's a truss here. So you could go onto the truss and like go onto this truss or something like that. But also so I recommend you go on this truss and then go onto this truss and then only hold D or just like something like that, and then just try to like hold D and like curve right there, and then you can do the same thing over here. Also, if you actually know how to play the game, you can do an advanced technique where you flick up here, but if you don't know how to do that, then you don't have to worry about it. Also, how you do a wraparound is you have to go around it sideways like this, because in most other towers, wraparounds can be way larger than this. You don't want to be doing them like that, or maybe like this, but you have to do it like this. If there's 10 stud wraparounds, also a stud is like this little square, so instead of like a 1 stud, it could go all the way to an 11 stud, which is in the impossible tower thing. Also, you could just jump on top of that, but basically what you're supposed to do here is get to the corner and press F. And if you're on mobile, I think you could just tap in the middle of the screen or something. Also, there's a glitching technique called wall hopping. It's where someone tried to do it earlier. It's where you just flick or use alignment keys. It's where the alignment keys are the comma and period keys, and you have to press them really quickly, like this and this, but very quickly if you want a wall hop. If you don't know how to do that, you just go on this truss. It's not the end of the world. And the rest of the tower is quite self-explanatory, so I'm just going to cut to the end. Also, there's a timer here, that I'm not going to have to worry about. And there's a teleporter to the end. Wow. Forever living in the dark. Also, if you've seen the chat, there's going to be like people beating towers and like blue text. Just don't worry about that, because those are soul-crushing towers. Just don't worry about that, what that is. I think the game explains it, but just don't worry about that. And then if you complete the first tower, then well done. And if you don't give up, you might as well just beat the hardest towers in this ring. So let's go into Televanger. In this tower, there's no signs or anything. This tower is just basically like a simple kind of like direction from Tower of Annoying Simple Trials. So it's just like kind of like, how do I explain it? It's just an easy tower, really. Just try to get to the end of it. What's all they give a direction. These are conveyors, just don't worry about it, they're really slow. And don't worry about hitting these, they don't instantly kill you. Also, right here, don't go that way, that leads to nothing. Just go this way. And for here, I used to get stuck in this part a lot when I was on my tablet. I couldn't get to the very end. I just kept falling. I barely beat this tower on my tablet, and I just couldn't beat the next one. But what you're supposed to do here is just jump here, activate shift lock and do a head hitter, or if you don't know how to do that, it's basically when you hold S and then like jump right before you fall off and then W. It can seem complicated at first, but if you learn it, it's really not that bad. Also, if you just do another wraparound onto here, that's a secret way. But if that seems intimidating to you and you're like too nervous to do it, then don't worry. Right here, you could just do head hitters or head hitter right here and then just go on the truss. It's not that bad. Right here, you can go over here, jump on here, or go to here, and then you can basically just do this. It's really easy. Also, don't worry about the chat. The chat can be cringe at times, but just don't worry about it. Slow down, slow down, slow down. Yeah, also for this maze, you just go through here and go through right over here. Try not to die here, but then you just go through here. It can be hard at first, but if you do it once, it gets really easy. Also, I'd recommend doing these sideways. I know you might be thinking that if I jump forward and I accidentally screw it up, you'll be able to climb on that. But you're not going to screw up. You're not just going to randomly climb on it if you screw up. That's just not going to happen. You just have to jump it sideways because there can be really hard jumps like that. Like there's just way thinner. And you have to go sideways on those. So just go sideways on these. Right here, you can basically just go on one side and just jump along. Just hold like W and just hold space. And for here, you can like try to do it sideways, but for some people that's harder. But also you have to like stop holding W in certain places, and that can be tricky for some people. That it feels right. For this part, you just do the wraparound like this. It's just gonna help you way more if you do it like that. Also, if you find one of these super things, just don't worry about it. That's for an event or an event. So yeah. So right, so right, so right. I'm just going with the gut. For this, you just don't worry about it. You don't go to them. Everybody tuning in, but this is just for us now. We know I ain't ballin' yet. Hoes wanna holler, oh no, I don't call them back. Girl, let me see you hold it down, we gon' have a blast. Cause I just wanna know what you gonna do with all of that. Ain't gotta say a word, I know what's up. Right here, you can just try to do a little like shortcut or something. Try to do it faster by like doing this jump, but you can also just like do it like this. Know that you the one, I can feel it in my heart, yeah. I won't stop charging, you go and come harder. I can see you and I, way beyond the stars, girl. I can never ever find the right words, and there's no way this is real life. There's no telling you're the right girl, so I can only say that it feels right. It feels right. For here, you basically just have to... Okay, don't do that. You basically just have to like jump here and then hold W right here, climb up this, and then go sideways up here. I almost just fell there. Also, I know this part can be tricky for some people, but it's not that hard to find the way. And your heart might be beating at this point, and you might be shaking a bit, but that's normal. That's just you feeling the nerves when completing the tower. Also for this part, just don't worry about getting hit by it too much. Obviously don't walk on it, spam jump through here, don't worry about it. But then just jump in and hit on the one pad. And then the final tower in the beginner section. The final tower gave me problems too. But yeah, it just has to, if you want to be good at this game or Roblox hobbies, you just have to do this. It's terribly made. I'm not trying to roast someone, roast Open Tune here, but it's just not that good, and you'll know what I mean. So if it's already a misalignment, so yeah, you already know it's bad. For this, it's basically just a bunch of wraparounds. It's nothing special, it's just a bunch of really easy wraparounds. You might have learned already. Try to use this technique. Don't do this and completely ignore this technique because it's too hard or something. You have to do it. Also, you can just walk in here. This part might be a bit hard for some people, but you can kind of just run through and hold spacebar if you're full health. For this part, I'd recommend zooming in and jumping at the last second. And then first you just go on the ladder, zoom out before you go to the top. And then you go right here. And you can try to do it like this, but that'd be a bit hard. You can just do it zoomed in. For this part might be a bit tricky, but it's really easy. You kind of just do a head hitter right here, jump here, do a head hitter here, and then jump here, do another head hitter. Try to land on this ladder, and then do a head hitter, right here. Just jump sideways here, do a head hitter there, and then you jump through here. And you might think, why am I going this way? I'm just literally going in the middle of nowhere. Well, I'm not, because there's a ladder here. And you can skip all of that. And that's kind of boring, so you can just skip all of that, get right here. Also, I think this part got updated. I don't remember that, but I don't know. So here, you can just keep trying to do a head hitter, and then you can come right here and then just keep doing this. It might be a bit tricky, but it's really easy when you get the hang of it. See, even I'm failing quite a lot, and I've been decently hard towers. And then oh no, oh my god. Even I'm failing here, that you can tell it's that tricky. Also, if you're here, you can just run straight over here. Because you can't go on top of that. Yeah, I'm just not going to talk about that. Okay, so anyway, before I just made that mistake, but here you kind of just jump through here. It's really easy. It might be a bit intense if you're actually kind of far into the tower, but it's fine. Also, this is going to be the first actual outside section you're going to encounter. You might be a bit nervous here. You might jump on top of that and not realize where you're going, but just jump through here. I try not to shake too much. For here, you kind of just jump sideways, like so. And then you just jump on top of those. Also, for here, you kind of just jump sideways. Don't worry about the first high jump. You're just gonna be able to do it. It's not that bad. Also, I think this is the hardest part of the tower. This one you're gonna have your like one stud thing sticking out. Just jump sideways and try not to shake too much. You might fall a couple times here. That's because this can be tricky and has been tricky for me. But you can just, from here, you can just hold D and then turn your camera to go on top of here. And then you could just go on here. This might be a bit tricky, but you can just go on top of here and then just go jump onto the spinner. It's not that bad. And then this part's really simple. You could just go on top of the tracks right here. And then jump onto the tracks right here. You could just take that many shortcuts here. And then this is when the tower just gets really easy. The creator kind of just got really lazy with the last couple floors, but that's okay, I guess. That's a free win for you, which is good, but yeah. I don't know what the creator was thinking when they put this. And then we have the wind pad and GG. It took me 8 minutes. I know I'm actually kind of good at the game, but don't let that discourage you. You can do it. And also a mistake that I see like people do is that they'll try to go to like the hardest one, but they'll be like, oh, I don't know what that is. I'm just going to like the second hardest one. But this is way too hard for you. This is the remorseless difficulty, and this is the difficulty I'm on right now, and it's just really difficult. I wouldn't recommend touching this tower. If you're actually good at the game, and you practice this tower, then maybe, but I just recommend going from the very beginning. But anyways, that'll be the end for this video. So anyways, bye.